Ah, it's a beautiful beach we've got going. Oh, right, I have to build stuff. So it's been a couple hours. I've listened to the thunderbolts and lightning outside right on my windows, and I'm getting sick of waiting, so I'm just... You'll hear a great big kabam and a bunch of stuff happen. Don't worry, I haven't exploded, it's just the weather. So, you can see down the bottom corner there, we're at a little bit more points. I changed, went back into the configs. I say the configs. It's the big world console menu. It's the easiest thing to change. Instead of getting 0.001 point for crafting time seconds, I knocked it back to 0.005. I thought I was getting a bit too much. Because I managed to blow a whole bunch of points. Here, gave myself hunting. More bow damage. Topped out mortar production efficiency, which might seem like a lot, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 5 points. It's not a lot, because it's something you need to do right off the hop. Don't worry about that. Got a hole in the wall over here. Got a masonry table. This thing is knocking out mortared stone to build stuff, because in previous versions of the game, you needed to have a certain amount of a certain tier material in a room for certain tables to function. And before, it was like you needed 18 tier 1 materials for some of the stuff to work. That's been changed. Not entirely sure how I feel about it, but it's been changed. So here's our research table that we're going to need to research all the things in our fishery, which requires a 0.5 average tier room, meaning that since stone and dirt are tier 0, half the room needs to be at least tier 1 or better. I'm going to go slightly better than that, and we're just going to make it all as much of it out of tier 1 materials as we can. This has been running for a couple hours. Our hammer here, as I can place mortared stone into the world, and if I hold down control and mouse wheel, these are all the options we have. Right? Stairs, windows. Oh, actually, I don't know where the glass comes from. Don't ask. Pillars. These will give you roofs. This is a square block. That's a wall. And that's the kind of decorative one. So we're going to come in here and just going to have to build. Now this room is going to seem awfully tall. The reason for that is that your options are either build your buildings... Messed up on that one spot. Build your buildings really tall, or build your buildings really wide. Neither way will save you a lot of materials. The tall buildings will allow you to get tables into certain tables into a room without being too much of a problem. So we just go to that. Got to build this whole room here as the easiest material you can get, which is mortared stone. Like a lot of these things want, if you go back in here, 0. So the fishery is going to use 25 meters, and it wants a room of... Well, it wants to be in a room that's 25 cubic meters. However, 25 cubic meters is a 3 by 3 by 3 high room, which gets you that thing and a chest and nothing else. That's the cheapest way to do it. It is unfortunately the most irritating way to do it, because you have to build a gabillion rooms. I don't feel like building a gabillion rooms. So we're going to build just high enough, with enough of a floor plan that I can possibly cram a couple of more tables into this place. Don't worry, it's not going to all look like we're literally using like smooth stone or stone brick, right? Like the most plentiful material in abundance in a game. I'm going to have to move you. Oh, okay. I had no. Thought I still had fuel in there. Now I would like this to look a little less boring, so we'll switch this up. Make the front of our building. Let's give us a nice window here. I could put a roof on it, but I'm not. Roofs are finicky things in this game. They don't like to place properly. They're very not fun to work on. And you notice that I can only have like 15 of these in my hand. Your large-scale building in this game is a bit frustrating. There's our front facade. I'm going to leave those windows open for a minute. We can't get terribly fancy right now because we've got 2 materials and technically 8 ways to place them. Which isn't bad off the start. Give me some of this. Hewn logs. So this is that's the wall. That's the basic one like we just placed, and they've all connected textures. The block, the roof, pillar, window, stairs. So we'll just make that look a little nicer. I have to put a. That can't be that high. So connect it. This will all connect up. See, it's kind of nice. We're kind of at the far edge of our reach here, and there's nothing that really expands your reach when it comes to building. Come on, get all the way around. 3, 2, 1. Okay, give me one more. Not that. Give me one more of these. And this should be a room now. Yep, that's come up. You see just above my bottom right corner we have a room volume of 100 with a tier of 0.74. Not the most beautiful thing, but we'll improve it in the future. So, our fishery. Did you close? Did you do something? You look slightly different than before. You can see this chest. I went and picked a whole bunch of urchins because I had time to kill. So I need fishing 4. Okay. Back to hunter, fishing 4 2. And I got a little expensive. These just make it so it costs less materials. So I can get 33 in 6 minutes. It's not too bad. Fish trap is something you place out in the water and it automatically collects fish. So you don't have to hunt for them. The fishing pole I've never used. Shred kelp. I have never used the fisher before. This is not a thing I do. So any logs around here? I should have some. The last time I played this, someone else did a bunch of fishing. And we had so many fish. Like, he was wondering, like, who's going to eat all of this fish? We literally could not eat all of the fish he made. It's a little overboard. Oh, I need one more log. Now, if you've played this game before, you notice that there's cactus over here. Cacti can be felled like trees. Chop, chop, chop. can upgrade the axe damage. That'll speed things up. I don't think... I'm fairly certain the higher tier axes don't... well, they might do a bit more damage. I don't think so, though. Back over here is a part of our wonderful day-night cycle. It is nice when you finally get to a point where you can light things up. You know? You're not working in the dark. Here we are. 7 minutes, so that's done. Yeah, it is a matter of time. There's a lot of just time that goes into things. So we're going to see. I can do advanced campfire cooking. I have to cook some of this stuff. And these are all skills we have to learn. And you notice how they just keep getting like more and more technologically advanced, right? Like we need like this costs dead animals. I went and killed a bunch of animals. I got a bunch. Bricklaying requires cloth. Cloth requires tailoring. Tailoring, hey, they changed the pictures finally. These used to be exactly the same. You couldn't tell them apart in a chest, right? So in order to get tailoring, we need fur pelts and leather hides. But to get that, we need butchery, right? So this depends on that, which depends to that, and so on and so forth. There is a definite path you have to take to do certain things. And then you get down here. Fertilizers we need to work on. Well, I have to look at farming first. Once you get fertilizers, you get a thing that tells you that where the good spots are to grow your crops, which is really important because if you plant them in the wrong spot, they'll just die. Milling, okay. I'm not sure what the first thing I'm going to go for is. There's definitely, well, for starters, we can go here. We can go to survivalist. So these, it reduces the costs, right? That's everything. Everything you can research is benefited by the points you put into this. Next level's 15. Right? And then after that, I think it's like 30 or something. It's got an algorithm that's all built into it. Right? Like our next actual skill is going to cost us 4. There you can see the numbers have already gone down. Instead of 3 hair, we need 2. Hair are one of the most irritating things to kill in this game. They can see you from forever away and run far faster than you can. I got lucky with a shot and killed 1. So what we can do first, let's get us... well, let's queue up the stuff we need for advanced campfire. We need 4 chemist bulbs, some tomatoes, and some corn. Don't think tomatoes are going. I don't think I've charred any chemist bulbs yet. Got the corn, got that. Yeah, so one of these things, you're making 30 tomatoes, and you're making. Neither of this are we getting done anytime soon. So wreck 10 of those for me. This here will, if left alone, right, this will eventually turn back to whatever biome it's supposed to be. So here in the middle, this is was a chunk of damp biome in a desert. However, after a while, us walking on it is going to trample it, and it won't turn back. Which means we'll have to, you know, either get a road tool, tamp down stuff, or replace it with something more attractive. But we have one building going. Let's see. It's going to take a while here. We're stuck waiting for cooking anyway. You are making raw fish, and that thing got to happen. The plan, kinda the plan, okay, is we're going to stretch all our buildings around this coastline. Put a whole bunch of buildings here, a little bit of decorative stuff. Kill this turkey. Just a turkey. It's got the survival instincts like cabbage. Just moves faster. This will all wind up getting covered up with something. I'll probably dig up all this sand for glass. Or for mortar. Yeah. Well, a bunch of brick buildings. I think it'll look pretty cool. Hopefully. But for now, I gotta wait for stuff to cook and stuff to build. And I'll see you again later.